Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. Today I'm here to buy this Bogatyr tank with the commander. This tank is available in a 3-pack in the store called the Triple Nickels. It has this Bogatyr KV220-2. There is an M4 improved and a Japanese Chinukai medium tank. Now the thing that's special is that I already have the other two tanks. So this bargain deal for these 3 tanks is going to end up with me getting a refund for the other 2. Now the refund is supposed to be in gold. We're going to see that happen and give you the whole idea. This is what happens when you buy a multi-pack, but you're like, well, you know, I have one of these tanks already and I don't know how it's going to go. So I'm going to show you in case you've never seen it, because the Bogatyr comes with the special commander that goes with it, which is, you know, a little bit harder to get. But the Bogatyr is a black box tank. You can't just buy this tank by itself. You have to buy it when it's made for sale, or if it's made for some other offer, an operation, or whatever it is. But since the sale price is a 3-pack of 2 tanks that I already have, jackpot for me. So this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you the commander and the whole package. But first, please leave a like for this video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. Please tell your friends. Heck, they might even consider subscribing, and that would be fantastic. So my subscribers are awesome, and they can tell you that I've done this before, but every time I get a chance to do it, I take the opportunity to show the refund process, because there's always guys that have not seen it. And it's not something you normally see in a video, so I like to do things that people don't normally see and can be quite helpful. This qualifies, obviously. So let's see. Let's back this up. The Triple Nickels. So there's the Bogatyr. You can turn this around. You cannot, move it in the Z axis, but we can just move it, left or right, rotate it, which is fine. Then we have another butt kicker of my own that I use, the M4 improved with the angular turret. Very good. And, the Japanese Chinukai. I have this tank as well. I picked it up for a bargain price a couple of months ago for like 945 or 950 gold, something like that. I was like, well, this would be a nice thing to get, et cetera, et cetera. And, well, there you go. It comes up here. So that's fantastic. So the plan is we're going to buy this 3-pack. Now, you have to have the full price of the 3-pack, which is a whopping, 4,030. And it's going to include 3 garage slots. Now, you can only have one of any tank. So when you get a repeat tank, you get a gold refund for the repeat tank. You keep the garage slot, and that's the key. So indirectly, we're paying for the garage slot, whatever. But you're getting a bargain deal overall, so no complaints. So this dude is going to end up being somewhere like 2,000 or less for the Bogatyr and the commander. And I'm going to show you the regular Bogatyr in the premium tech tree, and I'm going to show you why in a second here. I'm going to switch right now. Okay, you can see right here, this is the Bogatyr KV220-2. This is a black box. Like I said, it's a special. You got to get a special offer to get this. If they're black boxes, you can't just go and buy them. The gold ones you see are ones that I already have. And this is the basic one right here. You could buy this one for $1,500. And that's no commander. That's just the cosmetic, plain Jane factory stock KV-220. All right, this is the Bogatyr, but the Bogatyr has a special graphic and a paint job and a two-dimensional postcard commander. That's what I call them, postcard. It looked like from a postcard. So ballpark, I expect this to be about this whole deal to net about 2,000 gold, which is fine. You know, I don't want this version. I want the Bogatyr with the graphics and the commander because it would just be cooler that way. Okay, so now I have gone back to the store, and this is the World War II section. I just want to show you these tanks. That is the Churchill 3, which I have. This is an absolute bargain from the resolutions. If you haven't done resolutions, you can send me a message and I'll help you get through that. I should have other resolutions videos that should show you everything you need, but let me know if you don't have this offer, because the Churchill 3 is a monster and a giveaway price for $9.75 gold. Believe me, it's awesome. Then there's the one that just came out today, the GSOR Tier 8 Quad Shot Autoloader. If you don't have one or you're looking for an autoloader Tier 8 tank destroyer, jackpot on that one. This is another one. I'll make a video for this guy. Super savings, the Sturv M42-57 Quad Shot Autoloader. Bargain price for 2025. I will get this too. There's the triple nickels that we're dealing with right now. This is your weekly deal Vindicator Charioteer. Don't care for that myself. And then you have the Taskmasters, which is an email. Well, I don't know what. Let me look at this again. Taskmasters. Oh, ISU 130. This is the factory direct version, cosmetically plain Jane. I have the more expensive HMH Heavy Metal Heroes version. This is a Japanese Senshi Sta 2. And this is the HMH AMX 1357. I have the regular version of this tank. This is the Heavy Metal Heroes skin version. Butt kicker tank. I don't have the Japanese tank. And the ISU 130 is another butt kicker. But I have, it's funny, I have the version of this one you don't see. And I have the version of this one, the HMH AMX 1357, that you also don't see. So technically, I don't own any of these three tanks, even though I have two of them. If I wanted to buy them, I would not get a refund because these are tanks I technically don't own. These are cosmetic versions, and they count as a separate tank. So that's a good thing to know. Interceptors. What do we have here? We have KV-122. The AMX Chasseur de Char. Don't have that. And an STRV S1. This is the tank that the G.I. Joe Wolverine is based on. This is the stock factory version, plain Jane. And then they also have a nice blue and yellow Swedish flag version. My thing specifically is I don't really play lots of Tier 8, 9, and 10 battles because you get those. The Tier 8s get shoved into Tier 10 matches and it's just not fun. So if I want to play something like that, for the most part, I will just play Cold War. The matches tend to be more fair. You don't get just monster outgunned. A Tier 8 tank is awesome until you get into a match where there's 10 Tier 10s. And then you realize you've been reamed. So that's it. So that's that. Now, triple nickels, let's rock. So we're going to buy this dude right here. The tank in this bundle is owned already. If you purchase this bundle, you receive the cost of this tank in gold. Well, yes, that's fantastic. And of course, I could send a gift to someone if I needed to. But I don't need to. So, jackpotto. Cha-ching! One Bogatyr, please. Thank you, sir. And that is the, I don't know, the 3 plaques of the tank's garage slots and the Bogatyr standard commander, which has got a cool graphic. So I thought, I'm going to get this, but I'm never going to buy this tank until I get this dude with it. That was my deal. All right. 1 Bogatyr. Now, we're going to go check the profile log and see the result of the refund. Okie dokie. Here's where it says, received vehicles. Type 3 Chinukai Bogatyr KV220-2 and M4 improved. 1734 as the refund. So actually the total was just under 2,300 for the tank and the commander, which is fine. That's not a problem, because that's the only way you're going to get that commander. The way you saw it happen here, buying it either if it was offered by itself with the commander, you could get it that way, which is like next to never. Or they might have done it, but it was for a higher price. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But this one cost a little bit more than 2,000. Well, like I said, it was 12. Technically, it's 22.96. 96, yes, 22.96. Because I'm getting 3 garage slots. But you buy them in gold at half price. And like, well, it's okay, it's fine. So that's why I was right. The tank itself would have been below. It would have been like $450 for those gold, for those $450 for the 3 slots, which would have been 22.96 minus 450. So it would have been whatever, substantially below 2,000 for the tank, and that's what I knew. So that was fine. That's all good. So jackpotto. Basically, it cost me. We're going to call it 2,300 just to keep it in round numbers. So 2,300 for the Bogatyr and the commander. Here's the commander. Bingo, right there. So I got the Bogatyr commander for the Bogatyr tank. Jackpotto. Now, I have another video coming out, but since you're looking at it, I might as well tell you that's my Warlord card. So you can watch that and see whatever. But you'll have to see what that is later. But anyway, we got that dude. Check out the Bogatyr. So let's back out. There we go. Now in the garage, when you have a 2D commander, you don't get a person standing there. You get just a tank, which indirectly makes it a little cooler looking in the garage. Because the angle is, to see the commander, you got to turn at this weird angle. It's not too bad, but it's fine. But anyway, let's zoom in. And that is the, I don't know what that says. Okay, I just consulted with my son. Yes, he's the guy who taught himself to read and write Russian. So I asked him, I go, hey, this is Bogatyr. What does it say? He goes, that's what it says. So in Russian, that is the name. That's Bogatyr right there. So that's fantastic. So you heard it here first. Anyway, yes, it was very funny, watching World War II movies off and on, whatever. Hey, for some reason, my son was really interested in the USSR Red Military, Red Army, all their gear and what have you. So he is like, he wants to buy himself a what in the heck is that called? Dragunov. He wants to buy a Dragunov. So he's into the Russian stuff, so he can literally read and speak broken Russian. He can go to Russia and get by and survive, which is fantastic. By himself. Anyway, so he confirmed for us that is Bogatyr, which is awesome. Let me get rid of this graphics. There we go. So that is the Bogatyr logo, what have you, as well as his name, and the same thing there on the front. So that's all fantastic. And this is, you know, I was waiting for this version. Like I said, I didn't want the plain Jane factory stock version. I wanted the Bogatyr version because it just looks cool. So this purchase has been super successful. The thing you have to be careful is that when you buy a multi-pack of tanks, if you have one or more of those tanks, you're going to get a refund in gold for those at whatever the discount rate is for those tanks, okay? So that Chinukai and the M4 Improved were whatever the sale price for those is, whatever it is. And so I just got those basically deducted and didn't pay extra. I paid for the garage slots. Like I said, I knew this tank was going to be less than 2,000 with, you know, the Commander, which was fine. It's no problem. Because you can't get that Bogatyr Commander any other way except with this tank. So that's the thing. So I thought this was super successful and achieved exactly what I wanted to achieve. Now I'm going to make another video with that STRV, the auto loader tank, but I'm going to make that one separate. So anyway, this one is done. So I wanted to show you guys the coolness of the 3-pack, and then also, you know, what it would look like if there's some other multi-packs in the future that you would want to get, want to buy, but go, well, I already have that tank, I don't want a second one. Well, you don't get a second one, you get a gold refund for that. And that's the key. This is one of the things why we pick up bargain priced premium tanks. Like I got that Chinukai for, it was about $950 gold. And I thought, well, you know, because down the road it'll help. And son of a gun, it shows up here in this 3-pack. So bing, bang, boom. I have the other two. And all I did was pay for this tank, which you can't buy this tank by itself. Now, if you don't have any of these tanks, these are all good tanks. The point of the Bogatyr is that at tier 5, it's super difficult to kill it. It is very difficult to kill this tank in a tier 5 match. In a tier 6, that's a different story. But at tier 5, it's a butt kicker. The other tanks are also good, so those are all good tanks to get. And the 4,000 gold is a bargain price for those tanks. So if you have one of those, fine. If you have none of those, get them all. It's all good. So I just wanted to give you that information and help you out. So thanks for watching the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are awesome. I got more videos, and I'll see you guys later.